but they literally got words hidden in the title.
Mm.
You might not see it. I'll show you. Right here. What I done outlined is might be hard to see, it's blurry. You can pull it up on your phone. But it's literally telling people to die,
Die,
to
die,
lie,
die.
and it's 666.
Lie, lie, lie.
Go back so y'all can see it. Look at it. You can't unsee it once you see it. These are sixes. This is lie. And this is a D and makes die. And it's three dies and it's three lies.
It looks more like a D than an O and an L. They connected. That O and that L is connected. There's
Mm-hmm.
a space right there. They don't have a line
Yeah.
to outline that O completely.
That's sinister. We watched that as
As
kids.
kids, come on, Disney.
Genesis chapter number 1, that in the beginning God created the heaven and the earth. He spoke it into existence. They are finding things, and this is what's important for us to understand today. They are discovering things that they did not expect to discover as they get deeper and deeper into this experimentation and development and research and so forth. They are beginning to find out that there is a whole lot more to the creation than they had ever given thought to before. They're beginning to find out that there's something going on here that boggles the human mind, that literally blows us apart when we try to even comprehend what's happening. This 17-mile long underground tube that is located there in Switzerland has, I think,
There are beings from portals.
What y'all think about that? That's crazy, man. CERN is up to no good, man. Messing with portals, messing with stuff in the ether and the atmosphere. They're really opening these doors for these entities and stuff to come into our world. No longer being in the spiritual dimension, but they come into our present reality.
Coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
They've testified to beings coming in and out of portals.
Yes, they have apparently in the bottom of the CERN this portal, this door where they are dealing.
Is this what I was talking about? They literally saying like they literally opening portals and people coming out of them, but they non-human entities. If you notice in the news, if you pay attention to anything, they've been talking about non-human intelligence lately and a lot of non-human entities, and they really been talking a lot about aliens. Well, these aliens are these fallen angels and these demons, and they coming through to our reality.
It's crazy that the faces popped up. They're literally in that room, in that they're in our realm. Like this is real. Like you need to see that they have faces. They have a likeness, and you have a likeness too. You are made in God's image, but they are coming into your territory. There are beings that are very wise, and they are getting over, and they are manipulating them into opening this realm. So, what do they have planned? You never know. This is why we have to stay prayed up.
That's facts.
With all the subatomic dimensions. They say there are 17 different dimensions of reality. That's what those physicists say. Some others say there are more dimensions. You know, they had a being, they did not tell me more, who came that doesn't resemble a human. And then they had another one, and they have a proof because they left a scarf. They left a scarf. And now, when you look at what is going on in the CERN, there is a fight from some of the military agencies, intel. They say that there is a fight on time. They're trying to change time.
So the large
Isn't scripture to talk about them trying to change the laws, the times, and the seasons. So we talk about this. This is not science fiction. This is actually real.
Exactly. They're trying to create chaos.
Yeah.
They don't want order.
No.
With order comes responsibility and comes justice. The Lord has to bring his justice when order is in place because what's supposed to happen. He's supposed to judge the earth. He got to judge everything that happened, and they want to prolong it. They don't want that to happen, so they want to change everything before he comes, because they don't know when he's coming. No man, no angel knows the time when the Lord is coming. Only him. He the only one who knows.
Hadron Collider has been seen to have fourth dimensional entities inside of it, like ghost-like beings, and these things have been moving the particles, so dabbling with the experiments that they've been doing, messing them up. Could this be something trying to jeopardize the experiments that the Large Hadron Collider is doing? It seems that way. I think this is fascinating, and this is supposed to be being restarted up. I think people say April the 8th, and then there's that link with the solar eclipse. So they're doing these tests on these particles, trying to find Higgs boson and all these fantastic things that they think that created the universe. And now they are finding four-dimensional ghost-like things that are interacting with these particles and moving them, stopping them from doing what they are intended to do. That's quite concerning, isn't it? This came out on the 25th, so it's fairly new. I only came across it today. Does anyone have any information on this? This is a quick video. I'm going to do some more research and I'll do a quick video on it again.
That's what happens when you try to play God. They open these portals and now they got ghost-like entities in the portal. Like, what are you expecting, dude? Look at what you're doing. You playing with the supernatural. You asking for it. Don't be surprised.
Exactly. They talking to the fallen angels and expecting another result. That's not smart. Like, they are literally gonna show you the spirit world. They ain't finna show you no play. They gonna show you something real, and it's gonna scare you. Something you're not ready for.
Y'all think that was real? Or they just have some fishing line tied to the door? I don't know,
That's
man.
crazy. That cat, it knew it.
I am no stranger to demonic activity. But first, this is purely for entertainment purposes only. I don't find any of this entertaining, but it's all speculation. Everything I'm sharing are my own video clips. Let's go. As somebody who is a psychic clairvoyant medium since the age of 4, pretty much my entire life, demonic
She said she was a medium. Well, you gonna experience all kind of crazy stuff. I don't know what she's talking about, but let's see.
activity, infestation, and oppression is something I have had to deal with, well, as long as I can recall. But y'all know my testimony, October of 2022. God let me know, kiddo, seeing and speaking to spirits, that was never a gift from me. In fact, those haven't been passed away loved ones or This entire time, you've been speaking to demons, which honestly makes so much sense now. I lived my entire life riddled in anxiety, panic attack after panic attack. Every single day, I would wake up with a sharp gnawing pain in my solar plexus, and I would wake up multiple times in the evening having panic attacks for absolutely no reason at all. I lived my entire life in a constant state of panic, anxiety, worry, and fear. I denounced being a medium in October of 2022 when I was born again. I've always been a Christian every single day of my life. I just never understood that, kiddo, you can't be a medium and be a Christian at the same time. But God opened my eyes. And I'm here to tell you, y'all, I haven't seen spirits, and I used to see spirits daily. At minimum, at least one in my home, if not 2 or 3. And there were days when there was a lot more. I used to do psychic readings on live for free because I never used to charge for my readings. Never once in my lifetime have I charged, because I always truly believed that that was a gift from God, and I never thought it was proper for me to profit off of my purpose. I would do readings and have 12,000 people in my lives at any given time, and my yard and my garage would be flooded with spirits. Little did I know those were demons all along. Guys, one night on my live, I had a demonic attack. Everybody witnessed it. If you were in my live, one of the hundreds of people, that night you witnessed it firsthand. It was scary. It was bad. There was growling, footsteps, scratching on the walls. People saw a little child outside of my window behind me at midnight. And while I was in my garage that night, you could hear children laughing and crying outside of my window. I live in 3 acres and not one of my neighbors has a child. Anyways, I also caught a demon walking behind me on one of my videos. As I walked into this hallway into my bathroom, somebody spotted a black shadow walking right behind me in my TikTok. This was a couple of years ago. But like I said, since denouncing being a medium, all of that just stopped. So did the anxiety and the panic attack. Poof, gone. But guys, since CERN opened the portal, and yes, they were very successful during the April 8th eclipse, our world has been flooded with demonic entities like it has never ever seen, known, or had before. Guys, when I tell you that these things flood our world like cockroaches, there is a very good reason I use that word. They are like parasites. And after the attack on Bishop Marie Emmanuel earlier this week, one person actually caught one of these demons, the actual demon that attacked him, on film. Now, I shared a video about this a few days ago. Please check it out, because I'm not going to share anything other than my own video here today. And yes, I have a video to share because another eagle-eye viewer spotted, well, unfortunately, we caught a demon in one of my videos this morning. But before I get to that, I do need to explain. Okay, demons, in that video, after the bishop was stabbed, you can see a very black, clear mass climbing up a brick wall, and it's large. It looks like kind of a bed bug. It has long insect-like legs, but it was the demon fleeing the scene. When I say they're like cockroaches, I'm serious. Y'all, I literally cannot explain the different forms of demons I have seen in the spirit realm over a lifetime of being able to see in the spirit realm. But yeah, some of them look like bugs, like parasites, where others have the shadow figure of a person, a large man. It varies. They come in different shapes and forms. And some of the ones I've seen, it still keeps me sometimes up at night. This is why I'm telling you guys it is vital now more than ever to stay armored up, keep on the full armor of God, especially anyone like me or Bishop Emmanuel, anyone who is vocal about the love of Jesus Christ and sharing the gospel. We have a huge target on our backs. We are the enemy of the enemy, and his army, my friends, since the eclipse on April 8th, has grown in an immense way I cannot even begin to explain. I actually didn't want to say anything, but a couple of days I was out in my garage working on my art. I'm drawing a thing called Judgment Day. It's all pencil. I tape up pieces of paper in areas so I don't smudge that area while I'm working on an area next to it. I had literally just taped a whole piece of notebook paper with 4 pieces of tape on this spot. Guys, I do this all the time. When I sat down on my steps to look at TikTok, I got that sense, that yuck. I knew something was there. When suddenly that piece of paper, that very firmly, newly taped piece of paper on 4 sides, flew off of my door and landed at my feet. Now, me being who I am and knowing what I know about the spirit realm, I know that I can capture spirits one way, with a camera, on film, either with a mirror or with smoke. That is where the old smoke and mirrors comes from. You see, spirits, entities, are a mass. They are energy. So when you blow smoke on them, it forms around the energy and you can actually see the spirit quite well. I used to do this all the time, and I could show you some things that would make you just jump right out of your skin. I used to see spirits and tell my friends, okay, this is what they look like, describe them in great detail, and then I would take a picture and ta-da, that is exactly what they would see. I haven't done this really since 2022 because I haven't had the need. I stopped working in the spirit realm. But the other day, I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, I knew I needed to get my camera out. Which was ironically out because I had just used that same camera that I hadn't used in quite some time to take the videos and the picture of the sun. I love how God works. It was right there. And the pictures I took were confirmation. Some of the things that I captured, well, let's just say they made me really, really happy I don't work in the spirit realm anymore. I'm contemplating even sharing these pictures with you guys, and maybe I will. But that same night, my husband and I were laying in bed, and I have a little light by my bathtub here. My master bathroom is attached to my master bedroom. There's no door. As my husband and I were laying in bed, I sensed it, I felt it. When suddenly our bathroom just lit up. And I told my husband, oh my gosh, that light just somehow turned on in our bathroom? He's like, yeah, I see that. And then just like that, it turned back off. This is that light. And it's actually pretty difficult to turn on and off. My dog was also very agitated that evening. She usually sleeps in her bed on the floor, but she would not get off of my bed. I knew. And so I prayed. There's a reason when you have demonic possession, which is actually very, very rare, there are 3 stages to demonic possession. Ironically, this was the video I was actually going to be making when the paper fell off of my art, which kind of led me to think maybe I should not. But this is vital, guys, because you need to understand our world is flooded with demons like we've never seen before. And these are things you need to be watchful for. Demonic attacks happen in 3 stages. First, infestation. I don't know, kind of like a bug, a cockroach. Yeah, infestation. This is where they choose their victim. This is when you start hearing the whispers, the footsteps, things like that. Second stage is oppression. This is where they really come at you. They try to break your spirit, break you completely, and whittle their victim down to nothing. During oppression, this is when they will try to affect your sleep, give you insomnia. Because when you're not sleeping, you're not sound. It lowers your defense mechanisms, it lowers your mental stability, and it makes you extremely vulnerable for demonic attack. You'll have night terrors. You'll be awoken constantly at 3 a.m. You just simply will not be able to sleep and maybe even experience sleep paralysis. Demonic oppression is bad. They will come for your health, your marriage, your job, your finances. They will do anything and everything to break you. And the third stage, which is extremely rare, is demonic possession, which is exactly what we saw with the assailant of Bishop Marie Emmanuel. The bishop knew and he prayed over the assailant after the attack, and that is when they captured the video of that black bug, massive bug, the demon crawling away. He had known that his attacker was not a human, but it was a demon behind that cut. Without any further ado, here is the video this morning we captured of a demon in my bathroom behind me, and I was completely unaware.
Liz, I love it. I love how this works. I woke up and I thought, you know what?
Did you see that? A very large human-like shadow walking past my mirror.
I love it. I love how this works. I woke up and I thought, you know what? I need to make a video.
Now, I know it wasn't my husband because I know for a fact he was downstairs making me coffee. But just to be safe, when he came home just a little bit ago, we did an experiment and had him walk from the bed to the outside of our room. Here you go. Okay, we're going to do a science experiment. Uncle Mike just got home from doing some work, and I'm having him walk in our bedroom and out the door. Go, babe. Nothing. Clearly, it was not my husband. And he even said, I remember you when you were making that video because you came downstairs and you were laughing so hard. I was downstairs making you coffee. Guys, it is vital you stay prayed up. The enemy is working overtime and his army is much bigger than ever before. No, but for real, I just found out something even more bone-chilling. While watching that last video again, I realized the reflection was not in my mirror but against my wall, which literally means the entity walked right behind me. Watch, check this out. Y'all, that is where the entity came from. Oh my gosh. From right directly behind me. And I also just captured this, the face of the actual spirit. Not only can you see its whole head, but right here you can see its eye.
She needs to burn the whole house down.
Whole house. She needs to put some oil on her house.
Yeah.
Anoint her house.
For real.
Because they shouldn't have no access to your house. They shouldn't be able to walk in. Yeah. They're going to stop at that threshold if you pray over that house. Ooh.
This is a long TikTok.
Right behind her.
He was literally standing right behind me looking over my head.
But what you looking at is a quiet neighbor.
What y'all think about that, man? I mean, she said she used to be a medium and doing psychic readings, and she thought it was her gift, her purpose, and she was doing some good until she realized, she was literally opening those portals, opening those doorways, and allowing herself to be, tormented and bothered by those entities, whatever they were.
Then again, she's still using that language of the new age. She says solar perplexes. What did she say?
Yeah, I think that's her chest.
No,
yeah.
She should say her chest. Don't use their language if you're out of it, because I think that's still a way of using it as a door, because they use legal things. They're in the realm, in the courts.
Yeah,
they're lawyers. This is legal if she got that language still. She's still talking the language. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's like leaving breadcrumbs, I guess.
Yeah.
Neighborhood in Memphis for right now. I'm gonna walk around here, y'all. Since I got y'all on live, if something happened to me, let me know y'all up in here. So if something happened to me, y'all can say, well, we was on the live and saw what happened to. I'm going around the house, y'all. All right, this is where I've been hearing my bedroom window. It's right there. Oh Lord, y'all, here comes somebody. We gotta pause it. Here comes somebody. Alright, they passed. Okay. I'm pushing my light there, y'all. That's where something jumps off of my house and over my fence. And I'm right there at the window. I can hear it so good. My camera will start making some kind of noise, you know, like it's messing with the electricity or something when it happens. Let me know if y'all see something. I'm trying. I don't want to mess with the neighbors.
Spirits
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't see nothing. But I mean, stuff do be happening.
How my eyes work.
Yeah.
absolutely go into people and animals. It's a touchy subject, but it's really true.
Spirit, why are you in my dog? Why? What do you need my dog for?
This happened last night with my dog. I was hearing whole conversations and my dog was asleep, bro. I ain't lying to y'all, man. This is crazy. This is a real thing, bro. That's what I was like, I was laying down like somebody outside my window. No, I was hearing it and it's like she was asleep, but I was hearing voices like a whole conversation from my dog. Bro, this is diabolical, bro. Whoever this is, they ain't lying, bro. This is insane,
That's
bro.
crazy. That was clear though. That first one, I heard that was real clear.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bro, I don't know what to say about that. That's wild, bro. I ain't, bro.
Giant monsters caught on tape part.
That did look like a house. Like they were filming
like
through some trees or something.
It looked like a house they was recording. That's Wait a minute.
That's exactly what it looked like.
No, you ain't gonna play me like that.
Two. Imagine you're on an airplane, looking out the window trying to get a video of the nice clouds, and you see this. A person flying over Zambia in an airplane started filming when they saw somebody materializing out of the clouds, a giant creature. The creature quickly looked, noticed, and then flew away. Now, the person who took the video claims it's real, but other people say it's CG. What do you think, real or fake? That's crazy. Do you think there's giant creatures that live in the clouds that we don't know about? What could it have been? Like this video if you want a part 3.
It did look kind of CGI. But I mean, there's a possibility there's some stuff out there like that. It'd just probably be hard to get it on camera.
I don't know how you gonna get that on camera. but before we go forward, back to them orbs, cause I've seen a video of a real orb in the sky, and it looked just like the little ball.
Yeah.
It's crazy, cause it looked just like that one, but they were just like they were on fire, and it looked like it was talking and vibrating. It's from a video from Revelations, but it's just mind-blowing because they are like angels. They're like entities. They have a vibration, they have a frequency just like we do. So if they communicate, there could be a way of them communicating, because it's a whole angel that's made of rings and eyeballs. Real angels. So you know they have an aura just like we do. That's the new age talk. But it's a field. It's an energy field. We all have energy. We can feel it. Depending on how bright your light shines, you can feel real things. Your discernment gonna let you know. So I think that the orbs are real, but the other thing, the little entity, I don't know about that. They look like a house. But yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
Des glauques, des corps tordus, gonflés, comme s'ils étaient infectés.
That's gotta be a joke, right? Like, this cannot be fashion, bro. It's something weird. It's some kind of rituals or something going on. Humiliation. It's something weird going on. Something to some entities. There's no way this is for fashion. There's no way it's not more than what that meets the eye.
Ce qu'on vous vend comme de la provocation artistique, c'est juste le parasite qui s'exprime.
I'm in love.
Les Fashion Week sont des rituels, des mises en scène pour normaliser la possession. Rick Owens nous vend la soumission de l'homme et sa femme Michelle.
Come on, man, you peeing off the top rope, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
What's going on, bro?
Amie, déjà bien possédée, vous invite à la rejoindre. Elle porte la tête de son mari comme vous portez une labouille.
She a known devil worshiper. She a Satanist, ain't she? Hey, is she a fashion designer? What is she?
Some kind of creative, artistic person. All kind of spirits and spells and that stuff. Anything she attached to.
Ooh, birds of a feather. Oh no.
Boubou. Faut commencer à faire les connexions. Dans ce shooting avec Travis Scott, il est allongé comme une offrande au démon. Inerte, les yeux vidés, prêt à être absorbé. C'est pas de la mode avant-gardiste, c'est une invocation. Billie Eilish vous l'a montré dans ses clips, le black goo, les gants noirs, des codes visuels clairs. Le parasite prend place, il absorbe, il contrôle. Et les crocs pétrochimiques, ça représente la même chose, l'infiltration de l'entité. Et quand c'est en toi, tes yeux changent, comme ceux des mannequins possédés sur les podiums. Le processus est interne, ça retourne tes organes, brouille tes instincts, comme la veste intestina de Balenciaga, où le corps est retourné. Ce que vous appelez avant-garde, ce sont des rituels de possession. Le parasite parle à travers la mode. C'est ça, tous ces vêtements difformes. Le corps est vidé, l'identité effacée.
That's so crazy right there.
That's straight up absurd.
Here is the inventor, Daniel. And here are some of his photos. This one looks very much like an alien gray. Maybe because it's gray, for instance. I'm not too sure. But this one looks rather bizarre. It looks something that belongs in a sci-fi movie. And this one kind of gives me Prometheus vibes going on right here. But for those looking at these photos, what are your thoughts on this? And we can discuss that before we continue. This one, we got the fire entity going on right here. Angel type entity. If people had this technology in hand, I mean, these would look slightly terrifying if you're looking at these, but if people had this technology in hand, would they reconsider what ghosts are, where maybe they could be these multi-dimensional entities instead?
So, what y'all think about that?
So I'm watching this video, right? And these Saudi Arabians, they like to ride box Chevys in Saudi Arabia. But I'm watching this video and nobody seemed to notice, way in the background, on top of that mountain, these two giants from way back there. Look how tall they are, bro. They got to be over 20 feet tall to be that big, to appear that big from way down there. Look how big they are. They are huge, bro. And nobody seemed to notice. Like they on top of a mountain, and look how huge they are. They did speak of giants in Saudi Arabia and in that area, but I think we caught some giants, y'all. These gotta be giants.
Everyone is...
That's crazy for real. We know giants is real. They just keep them hidden, but I don't know, man. You can't really. That'd be hard to edit too, to fake. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And they covering it up.
That's crazy.
Scared of the mermaid. Yeah. Because it's a god of the relay. And he thinks the mermaid will get angry and will come after his family. So he doesn't want to talk about this.
The mermaid is danger, you know. It will be take a family when they are washing the river. You will take it.
Take the family in the water?
Yeah, in the water, yeah.
The mermaid comes. They think anyone that is eaten by the mermaid is cursed. This thing specifically takes the tongue and the belly button.
Do they find bodies like this?
Yes. Okay. Good question. We're gonna record this. And there is a small island where the Rayleigh tribe clan lives, and it's full of trees. That's the location where the mermaid or the Dele is found.
That's crazy, man.
No, they real. No, they real. They say these entities these little beings are not real, but they real. And it's evidence in the Bible of them. Those mermaids, well, we gonna say lost books. Some people don't believe it's the Bible because it's been removed, but it's history. I take it as history. It's detailed. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that the angels coming down and having relations with a people, and it ain't gonna be a product after it for a curse for them.
And it defied themselves with the beast too.
And defiled their whole being with an angel. Come on, man. It's crazy.
It could be real.
That one of them look like a fish. They both look like fish.
Just see this.
Yo, what?
This man was walking back from fishing when he captured this on video.
Yo, what the? What the?
Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo!
The Paranormal Chick here. So take a look at this video.
He won't make it in the scary movie. He already cooked. Somebody help me. You go in there and see nobody. First of all, you should have left after they said that. It didn't even
Call the
sound
police,
right.
first of all. If somebody's saying somebody help me, just call the police. I'm not going in there. I don't know what's in there.
Who
Ain't
would
got no
asking
weapon.
for it? He is asking for it, bro.
And then when nobody in there, you stayed in there to look at yourself in the mirror. What if it snatched you up? No.
And then come out the mirror and it got you.
Exactly. Because it could have been in one of them stalls just waiting on you. Bro, that's a no for me.
This is an unidentified creature or cryptid. This was captured down in South America. Imagine walking out of your home and on the wall, this thing is sitting up there watching you. At first, I thought maybe it was a goat, but look at the claws. That is not a hoof. They're actual claws. I see horns. I just can't make it out exactly on what this thing could be. Could this be the fabled griffin? I don't know. Take a look and tell me what you think. Like, post, comment, repost. Let me know.
That thing looked weird. It had horns. It looked like a monkey in the face. And I had to really look at it. But it got horns. And then it did the little creepy little hand thing. And then it turned its head like it was trying to figure out what the person was doing. That's creepy. And it just sat there. That's creepy.
Truth in the movies.
If that's real, that's crazy.
You're crazy.
I don't know what to say, man. Star Wars up there, I guess.
The history of your country seems to consist of nothing more than a squalid string of conspiracies, rebellions, revolutions, murders, and massacres. Every judgment seems to be motivated by greed, by malice, hypocrisy, hatred, envy, lust, and madness. You have proved that ignorance, idleness, and vice are the only qualifications for public office, and that your laws are made by those whose only interest is in perverting them. I can only conclude that your people are the most pernicious race of odious little vermin that ever nature suffered to crawl upon the face of the earth. I can only conclude that your people are the most pernicious race of odious little vermin that ever nature suffered to crawl upon the face of the earth.
Your Majesty.
You guys, who built this building? Unbelievable.
You can already tell this is something different. No modern people are making this. This had to be ancient tech. It looks so specific, so particular, like they did it for a particular purpose.
Who laid every single one of these bricks hand by hand, guys? Look at this. That right there is a massive cymatic pattern. This building right here was built to heal the human body. Inside it resonates frequencies. I've never been inside. I wish I can go inside right now, but I can't. Look at the faces. I think that's hammer and chisel. We'll see. Look at this. This is an old world building, guys. Now, I believe that half this building is underground. That's why there's steps always leading up. This used to be a window, and they later converted it into a door. Look at this, another sculpture here, guys. The energy here is insane. You can feel it. These bricks hand by hand. These guys were master masons. Limestone too. Limestone is extremely conductive. That's why on the top of these buildings, you'll see these resonators. These harnessed energy from the ether. The higher up you go, the more electricity there is in the atmosphere, guys. The etheric energy. This building was a power plant. Another massive cymatic pattern on this window. You're telling me that we're the most advanced civilization to exist. It's absolute garbage. We cannot build like this. The stained glass, the pointed domes and ceilings, as you can see, this was the most efficient way to carry energy in a building. Here's the other side of this building, another massive cymatic pattern. This building's absolutely nuts, guys. Absolutely nuts. Blows my mind. Everything you were told about our ancient past is a lie. You need to look within for the real answers. Peace and love. And then this is how we're building right here. Fucking joke. Most advanced civilization of all time. Yeah.
All buildings now just big boxes that lock you in and trap your energy. That's crazy though how they built that stuff. We need to try to figure out that tech now. Like somebody gotta have the knowledge on it.
Increase anyway. Somebody gonna learn it soon.
All right, folks, take a look at this here. I want y'all to take a good look. Look there. If you see right there, basically what they did was they removed the cathodes. They strategically, see, what I want y'all to realize is this. There's a dark evil here, okay? You understand when you have a dark evil at work because it's taken away positive energy from you. These are made to harness ether from the atmosphere. You guys know that. After following my page, you have been taught that. You see these on what? All the cathedrals, right? Now, you have to ask yourself, why would y'all strategically leave everything else here, but specifically, look here, look. It used to look like a temple with cathodes. Cathodes are gone. Nice cathode here for ether. Cathode is gone. Look right here. Now, if you to the layman eye, you can't see nothing, but look here. It's gone. Look at this device. Understand something very simple, people. We are looking at devices. We are not looking at buildings. Okay? You're not looking at buildings. You're looking at a device that was defaced and taken apart. Okay? It's like taking the negative terminal off of a battery and the wire coils, so it can't charge up. Y'all getting what I'm saying? Just like in the Buffalo World Fair, look at these structures. What do you think are here? These are energy devices. Look very close. Energy devices. Look at the size of these stone structures. Now look at what they did to them. Look at that. Yeah, that's them. There were 4 of them. All of them had horses on top, horse statues on top. They were huge. Look at what they did to those. Why? Those were energy stabilizers, part of the entire system of the city, of the Tartarian city of Buffalo. They stood there as energy stabilizers. Look at them right there. Those that you're looking at right here are these right here. And they knocked them down. Why would you destroy the main energy centers of the city? You can see this column. This is a circuit right here. This is what they destroyed. This is where you see all those people gathering. Up here is the big water basin. And all the way back there is the electric tower I did a video on. You have to ask yourself something. Why would you destroy part of a beautiful... This is sitting on water. You already know this is conduct energy. But the whole point of the video is to show y'all how these cities operate and what they did to steal the devices and strip these buildings down and make them like basic buildings that don't harness energy, make them dead buildings. See, if you have a building that's alive and it's harnessing energy, it's alive. It's alive. It's connected to the ether. It's connected to the source. You take off its devices, you shut it down. It's like the building goes resonating at a frequency and you go, and you you shut the building down, and you create this garbage.
That's crazy, because we are the temple, right? We are considered a building. But when we have the cornerstone, we are alive. So we are living buildings, walking around, and we have energy. That's crazy. It's just a reflection of how the enemy is trying to take the spirit of Jesus, the Holy Spirit, out of the temple. Like, it's literally no spirit in that building. There's no energy. That's crazy. It just, I don't know.
So just know, when you're out here looking at these Tartarian castles, they're supposed to look like this. They're supposed to have all their devices still attached to them. Welcome back, TikTok. Let's go!
So we're gonna act like we didn't just see this giant in Africa.
I gotta go back there. It's no, I don't know if that's real, that was fake.
A hip bone that I saw bent down.
Bro, we gotta look at that again.
So we're gonna act like we didn't just see this giant in Africa.
I didn't even notice that, bro. Is that
is
real?
Crazy. How tall that man is that man? Look, he done took my whole grandma.
Look at that.
He's beside the vehicle, bent down over it.
Is that real?
Look at him standing beside.
But I'm trying to look at the other people, see if they're reacting or if it's a normal day for them. What?
Is he? No, he's standing on top of this truck. He's standing on top of the truck.
Who?
Up here. Right there. Is he on top of it? It's an illusion.
Ah. Hey, no, I've been bamboozled.
Bruh, he look like he is a giant. I need to run that back. We need to reevaluate.
That was a good one, though.
Gonna act like we didn't just see this giant in Africa.
They play too much. He zoomed in and everything.
Wow.
Come closer to me, closer to me, closer to me. Yeah.